The Naval Academy in Maryland was alive, with the hum of activity on a brisk Monday morning. Cadets marched in perfect unison, their boots striking the pavement with precision while instructors watched with sharp eyes amid the discipline in order. A sleek black SUV approached the gate, drawing curious glances. The guard straightened as a man in a tailored suit and signature golden hair stepped out. "Donald Trump, what's he doing here?" whispered Cadet Lieutenant Sarah Miller to her friend Ethan. The president strode confidently through the gates, carrying a small leather briefcase. His presence was unannounced, leaving staff and cadets guessing as he entered the grounds. Everyone held their breath, wondering what could this mean. As Trump walked toward the main building, an officer approached him, saluting sharply. "Mr. President, it's an honor. May I ask what brings you to the Academy today?" Trump smiled but gave little away. "I'm here to observe and speak with your finest cadets off the record." The officer hesitated but nodded, quickly relaying the order to gather. A select group among those chosen was Sarah Miller, known for her leadership skills and unwavering discipline. As the cadets stood in formation, Trump scanned their faces, his gaze lingering on Sarah for a moment. "Let's take a walk," he said, motioning toward her. The cadets exchanged confused glances. What could he possibly want with her? Sarah's mind raced as she walked beside the former president. Why had he singled her out? She glanced at him, trying to read his expression, but his face was calm and unreadable. "So, Sarah," he began, "why did you join the Navy?" Sarah straightened her posture. "To serve my country, sir, and to honor my father's legacy." "Your father?" Trump asked, his tone softening. "He was a Navy officer," Sarah explained. "He died during a rescue mission when I was 12. I promised myself I'd follow in his footsteps." Trump nodded, his usual bravado giving way to a quieter demeanor. "He must have been a remarkable man. Let's keep walking. I'd like to hear more." The two strolled past the Academy's training fields, where cadets practiced drills and simulated missions. Trump's attention seemed focused, as though he was evaluating everything. "Tell me," he said, breaking the silence, "do you think you're the best cadet here?" Sarah hesitated, caught off guard. "I don't know about being the best, sir, but I work harder than most." Trump stopped and turned to her. "Hard work is good, but confidence is essential. Show me what you're made of." He led her to an obstacle course and gestured, "Finish this faster than anyone else in your unit." The challenge felt unexpected, but Sarah knew there was no turning back. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. The obstacle course was notorious for its difficulty, with towering walls, muddy trenches, and rope climbs that tested both strength and endurance. Cadets and instructors gathered as word spread that Sarah had been personally challenged by Donald Trump. She launched into the course, her every movement precise yet determined. She scaled walls, swung across gaps, and crawled under barbed wire, pushing herself harder than ever before. Halfway through, her arms burned and her legs felt like let a slip on a muddy incline. Almost cost her precious seconds, but she recovered, digging deep. With one final leap, she crossed the finish line, gasping for air. Trump clapped slowly. "Impressive, Cadet Miller, but this is only the beginning." After the test, Sarah and her fellow cadets were summoned to a briefing room. Trump stood at the front, his small leather briefcase resting on the table. The room buzzed with whispers. Finally, Trump spoke. "You're probably wondering why I'm here," he began. He opened the briefcase, revealing folders marked Operation Valor. "This," he said, holding up a folder, "is why I came. I'm launching a program to honor unsung heroes and train the next generation of leaders. You've been chosen to be part of it." The cadets exchanged puzzled looks. Sarah raised her hand. "Why us, sir?" Trump's gaze was steady. "Because you represent the best of what this nation can be: determined, resilient, and selfless." Trump explained the details of Operation Valor. The program aimed to mentor underprivileged youth using the Leadership and discipline skills cadets. Like Sarah had learned, you'll be paired with kids from tough backgrounds. Trump said they face challenges you can't imagine. Your job is to guide them, to show them what's possible. Sarah's heart swelled with a mix of excitement and anxiety. This was far beyond anything she'd expected. As the briefing ended, Trump leaned in towards Sarah. One more thing, these kids need more than just discipline, they need hope. Can you handle that? Sarah met his gaze, unsure but resolute. Yes, sir, I'll do my best. A week later, the cadets were introduced to the youth they would mentor. The group consisted of teens from inner-city neighborhoods, each carrying their own stories of struggle. Among them was Malik, a 15-year-old with a sharp tongue and a defiant glare. As Sarah approached him, Malik crossed his arms. I don't need your help, he said, his voice dripping with attitude. Sarah smiled, undeterred. Well, that's good, because I'm not here to fix you, I'm here to work with you. Mick smirked. We'll see about that. Trump, observing from a distance, leaned toward an instructor. Watch her, he said quietly. She's got what it takes, but she'll need patience to break through. To him back at the academy, Ethan voiced his doubts about Operation Valor. I still don't get it, he told Sarah. Why would Trump, of all people, care about mentoring kids? Sarah shrugged. Does it matter if it helps even one of them? Isn't it worth it? Ethan frowned. I just don't trust his motives. What if this is just for publicity? Sarah sighed, frustrated. You're always so cynical, Ethan. Maybe this isn't about him. Maybe it's about us, about what we can do. Ethan softened, but didn't respond. Deep down, he wanted to believe in the mission, but something still didn't sit right with him. Over the next few days, Sarah worked tirelessly to connect with Mick. Every attempt she made seemed to hit a wall. Mick would roll his eyes, mutter under his breath, or walk away entirely. One afternoon, she noticed him sitting alone, sketching in a notebook. She approached cautiously. That's really good, she said, pointing to his drawing of a battleship. Mick looked up, surprised. It's just a sketch, he muttered, closing the notebook. Do you like ships? Sarah asked. Malik hesitated, then nodded. Yeah, but it's not like I'll ever design one. People like me don't get those kinds of chances. Sarah smiled. Maybe they do. You just need someone to believe in you. While Sarah worked on breaking through to Malik, Trump paid a visit to Malik's mother, a single parent working 2 jobs. She barely had time to keep up with her son's needs. I've heard about Malik, Trump said, sitting in their modest living room. He's got potential, but he needs support. Mick's mother looked at him skeptically. And what do you plan to do about it? Trump handed her an envelope. Inside was a scholarship offered to a prestigious art and design school. This is for Malik's future, Trump said simply. Tears welled in her eyes. Thank you, she whispered. I've been praying for a miracle, and maybe this is it. Ethan, still skeptical, decided to visit one of the youth centers involved in Operation Valor. As he walked through the facility, he saw cadets mentoring kids in various activities, team building exercises, tutoring sessions, and even mock Navy drills. One boy, no older than 12, ran up to Ethan and saluted. Sir, I want to be like you when I grow up. Ethan froze, caught off guard. The boy's wide eyes sparkle with admiration. Later, as he watched Sarah interact with Malik, something shifted in Ethan. Maybe this wasn't about politics or publicity. Maybe it was about real, tangible change. One evening, Sarah found Trump sitting alone by the Academy's memorial wall. The names of fallen Navy officers were etched into the stone, illuminated by soft lights. You've surprised me, sir, Sarah said, breaking the silence. I didn't expect you to care this much. Trump chuckled softly. There's a lot people don't know about me. I've made my share of mistakes, but I've also learned that true leadership isn't about power, it's about service. Sarah was quiet for a moment. Do you ever regret anything? Trump's expression grew somber. Plenty, but regret doesn't change the past, it only pushes you to do better in the present. After weeks of effort, Malik finally began to open up to Sarah one afternoon. He shyly showed her another sketch, this time of a futuristic
aircraft
carrier. "This is incredible," Sarah said. "Genuinely, have you thought about
studying
engineering?" Malik shrugged. "I don't know. I don't think I'd ever get in." Sarah leaned forward. "What if I told you someone already believes you can?" Malik frowned, confused. "What do you mean?" Sarah smiled. "Let's just say there are people rooting for you, people who see what you're capable of even when you don't." Trump gathered the cadets and kids for a final challenge, a leadership camp designed to test everything they'd learned. The cadets were tasked with organizing the camp while the kids were divided into teams to complete various activities. Sarah's group, led by Malik, struggled at first, but as the days went on, Malik began to step up, guiding his teammates and solving problems. By the final day, his team built a detailed model of a ship, impressing both the cadets and the instructors. Trump observed quietly, a proud smile tugging at the corners of his mouth. At the camp's closing ceremony, Trump took the stage. The crowd of cadets, kids, and instructors fell silent. "I've seen extraordinary potential here," he began, "and I'm proud to announce that Operation Valor will expand nationwide." The crowd erupted into applause. Trump continued, "This program is about more than mentoring. It's about investing in the future of our country. And it's thanks to people like Cadet Miller and her team that this dream is becoming a reality." Sarah felt a wave of emotion. She'd started this journey uncertain of what it meant, but now she saw the impact they'd made. Before leaving the camp, Malik handed Sarah a folded piece of paper. "Don't read it now," he said, his voice soft. "Wait until later." That evening, back at the academy, Sarah unfolded the letter. It read, "Dear Sarah, thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Because of you, I'm applying to engineering school. I want to design ships one day, real ones, not just sketches. You changed my life, and I'll never forget it." Sarah blinked back, tears, realizing that the weeks of hard work and patience had been worth it. As Trump prepared to leave the academy, he sought out Sarah. "One last time, you've done something incredible here," he said. Sarah shook her head. "It wasn't just me, it was all of us." Trump smiled. "True, but every great team needs a leader. You remind me of someone I once knew, fearless, driven, and kind. Never lose that." Sarah felt a lump in her throat. "Thank you, sir, for everything." Trump nodded, his expression and thoughtful. "Keep making a difference, Cadet Miller. The world needs more people like you." Months passed, and Operation Valor expanded to cities across the country. Stories of kids like Malik achieving their dreams began to surface. Sarah received updates from her mentors, each letter reminding her of the impact she'd made. Ethan, now fully committed to the program, became a mentor himself, teaching leadership skills to a new group of kids. Trump, though no longer in the spotlight, quietly supported the program, proving that real change often happens behind the scenes. One day, Sarah received a package. In the mail, inside was a photo of Malik standing proudly in front of a university engineering building, holding a blueprint of a ship he'd designed. A note accompanied the photo. "Dear Sarah, I made it. Thank you for everything." Malik. Sarah's heart swelled with pride. She looked at the photo, knowing that one unexpected visit from a man many misunderstood had sparked a chain of events that would change countless lives. And as for Trump, his legacy wasn't in headlines or speeches. It was in the lives he quietly transformed, one step at a time.